1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mudblood podcast. How are you, Patrick? What? Are you still eating a sweet while we're recording?
Stuck it on me, Claire. I fuck up.
You're kidding. Less and less professionals. Though. Yours gonna come in one day in your dressing gown, eating around the toast.
Listen, people. Let's face it. People don't fucking tune into this to see my professionalism.
We're not the most professional people.
People aren't professional.
True.
Don't. Sorry,
but yeah, it's the smack. I'm not even near a mic, and I can hear it.
You're right to do get in your teeth.
Yeah,
when you're buying a Claire's, buy the proper ones because the spar pound ones just don't cut the fucking mustard.
Nah, I had one before I started, and I was properly like you were talking to me, and I had my jaws wired shut.
You look like one of my mates in the 90s.
Yeah.
After I give him a disco biscuit. You turn away and you turn back and your mate's like,
literally, you were talking to me and I was like,
fucking hit me now.
Wiped out on the old Leclercs. Now, before we start, Paddy, we do just have to give a wee message to the viewers. We do it every week, but we'll need to let them know because some of them don't get it.
Drink Rice Krispies with yellow milk.
Don't do that because I don't know what that means, but also, if you have a little bit of a hairy bush these days, you know, the world's getting you down.
Message. Message.
Yeah, that message.
Oh, what message?
Do you think I was going to give them the message of Christ?
I thought you were going to give them, like, the message. The message?
Aye. Well, no, it's this message.
It's that message.
You know what I mean? Things are tough.
Not that message, but it's this message.
No, it's this message. It's this message. You know, times are tough. We're all letting ourselves... Maybe you're letting yourself go a wee bit. Maybe you need to improve your self-grooming. We in this podcast can help you. And we can do that through Manscaped.
Yes, especially now with the price of petrol and diesel. You're going to be walking more. So why do you want a hurry sack?
Exactly.
Why do you want it to feel like sandpaper off your legs? Yeah. Especially because your legs have got closer together because you've been in lockdown. You've got all that weight on you.
Exactly.
Shave your balls.
Get them shaved.
The Manscaped, the Lawnmower 4.0. Whack a bollocks out of your balls.
Whack a bollocks out of your bollocks.
Whack a bollocks out of your bollocks. Then a wee bit of Vaseline, go for a wee dander.
A wee bit of ball toner, little bit of ball deodorant. Then you're feeling good, you're feeling fresh. Then you can go for a walk. We can even save you money in these dire times.
Yeah.
And we do that with the code MUDBLOOD20. And we get you 20% off.
20%?
20%
No
off.
way.
And I have people come up after shows telling me how much they love it.
People come up and show me their balls.
But yeah, they do.
Some people get their photos took with their balls out, but me, you know.
Yeah.
They're that proud of them. So that's how good of a job it does.
Yep, they're literally in public getting their bollocks out.
Yeah.
Because they're that proud of how their balls look because of Manscaped.
It's changed. It used to be get your tits out for the boys. Now it's get your balls out for the lads.
Exactly. Don't get your balls out for the... Well, do you know what? Do it to him. Leave me alone. But get your balls out and you do it with Manscaped.
Mudblood 20.
Mudblood 20. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, how have you been this week, Patrick?
I'm alright.
You alright? You seemed a wee bit agitated. But I didn't see you this week, but I did see a wee video clip of you.
Can I just say, right? If you're going to be a prick to somebody in a shop...
Yeah.
And you're working in the public... Now, I know the public can be hard to deal with, right? Yeah. So let me paint the picture of what actually happened in that clip. And I let Shane put that up. By the way, it wasn't that Shane put it up and then I went, hold on a minute.
Oh, no, he wasn't sneaky about it.
Because I had a fucking slapped him.
Yeah.
But I went in the Belgium. I went across the road and got a falafel, right?
Yeah.
And I went across to get a Belgium. So I sent my wee lot of messages. He was a training and I says, listen, we're not doing it dinner tonight. I'll grab you something. And he says, grab me a burrito. And I went into Belgium. What's the matter? What have I got?
Nothing. Continue.
I went into Belgium and Shane was there. And I'm standing in the queue. And I didn't know what I was ordering. So I had my phone out. But I was letting on the record Shane. So then Shane came back around the corner. And then it was my turn to get served. And the guy was like... I don't know what the fuck he was talking.
Is he Zippy from Rainbow?
He was a fucking wanker from Rainbow. Right? And I says, mate, hold on. And he was tutting while I was getting the message up. And I says, I want a weight wrap. And he proceeded to lift a fucking plastic bowl and fill it with spicy rice and chicken, which is not what I was asking for.
Yeah.
And I says, no, I want a weight wrap. There's a now, if you haven't been,
Yeah.
it's like going into a bank in Belgium. I don't know if the chicken's that expensive that they have to have this fucking, or it's just nuts down in Botanic, right?
Yeah.
But it's like a bulletproof fucking screen in front of you. I could get it, the girls in a post office quicker than I could get at that cunt behind that counter. And it's just as well, because he'd have been eating the fucking shit that he was trying to throw into a fucking wrap for me, right? Didn't listen to me one bit. Then turned round and fucking started giving me dirty looks. And then proceeded to lift the fucking bowl and poured into the wrap while it went all over a counter and scraped it into the wrap. And I'm like, you fucking serious? I'm not even eating that. And I still wouldn't give it to some cunt.
Yeah.
So he disappeared from behind the counter.
Yeah.
And I had a few words with the boys behind her. And they were more than lovely. The other guys who worked at it.
Yeah, just
They
one
seen
dude.
what was about to happen. They just told him to go and take a break at the back. Because he was about to get put in the spacey race. But
And did the other people, did they know who you were?
one of them,
One of them.
because he was like joking and stuff about it, like, but he was sort of like, yeah, no, you were about to, and I went, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get the background to it. I just saw you screaming for house sauce in Belgium, and I was like, that's fantastic. Especially after you gave off about your dad being like, couldn't take him to Subway because he'll just get
But
angry.
I was getting angry only because I had to shout for him to hear me, because he obviously wasn't understanding the English I speak, which is, I want a white wrap.
Aye.
That went through a piece of glass, and he heard,
Plastic
I
bowl.
want a plastic bowl with spicy rice and chicken, which is not what I said.
Was he a native or was he from
Mate, he
somewhere
could-
else?
If you're asking me, he was tan. That's the nicest way I
When
can
you say
put it.
that, you know what I mean? Do you mean skin
He
tan,
could've-
or when you call me one of the tans?
He could have been from here.
Yeah.
He might have done loads of sunbeds. I'm not going to go down that route, because
Yeah.
then people will jump on the bandwagon and go, because I'm not racist, I'm not thing. He had tan skin. I couldn't understand him the same way as he couldn't understand me. So I don't know what happened,
Yeah.
but there was a massive misunderstanding. And
Yeah.
that was it. Wasn't on gear. I'd literally finished work and went in to get a fucking Belgium from a wee lad, and that bollocks happened.
You got a Belgium at Botanic, yeah?
Belgium and Botanic. It was like the fucking Titanic. It was near sick. I was going to sink the fucking restaurant.
It's just so you that anytime there's a clip of you in your public life, it's just one of those moments you're going mental. I love it.
I get frustrated with people that are being wankers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's-
I know, I'll go about with you a lot. I've seen it.
That's a pet hate of mine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The good thing is, like, sometimes we're gigging and people will be wankers to us about, the gig being run, and that's why I love gigging with you, because I just get to sit in the corner and I'm like, Paddy, go shout at him. I'm gonna go sit in the corner.
Yeah. No,
and
I
then you
just
come
do.
back and like 2 minutes later, being like, sorted.
Do you remember we were doing Oma, and the bunch of fellas were outside the bar and they were fucking about?
Yeah.
And I put the window down and I was like... Do you remember? Like fucking 10 fellas standing there, and they were acting the bollocks. And I put the window down and I went, what the fuck? What do you say up here for our year ma? And they all just sort of looked at each other, and I says, what's wrong? Nobody had anything to say now. You're all fucking very quiet. And they all just fucked up.
I mean, because Woodsy was in the front left, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I remember just turning around and seeing him smiling ear to ear, watching you shout at a group of men. Like, I've never seen him so happy as watching you
They
go
were a
mental.
pack of wankers. You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's what I saw you get up to this week. I haven't been up to fuck all apart from gigging.
No?
Nothing. No, gigging and training.
Gigging and training.
Trying to
William's
lose a
new
wee bit of
album.
weight, man.
Gigging and training.
Literally.
Oh, you need to lose it. You've put a fair bit
Oh, I
on.
have. I know
you're
I
a
have.
flat cunt.
I know. I mean, those in glass houses, Patrick. But
Mate, I'm fucking... I'm trying to be as sarcastic as I can be here. Like, you know what I mean?
no, but like I would happily admit I have, because I'm not one of these people being like, I don't know how I've put the weight on when I'm like, I've eaten nothing but shite.
You
and I'm
have been
not
telling me
sleeping.
you're eating crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I haven't been sleeping great.
I think when you're under pressure, you eat.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I eat and I drink
What
when
have
I'm
you
under
been drinking?
pressure. Beer mainly.
Yeah, what beer do you like?
I just like a Harp or a Rockshore or a Heverly would be my beers.
So, for your chance of the 12-pack of Harp,
I was gonna say the 12th special. That's what I drink.
the 12-pack of Harp, do you know what? You can't beat an old Harp, like.
A nice Harp on draft.
Nice.
Powerful. Same
Nice
as
and
Carlsberg. Wouldn't drink it out of a tin.
Yeah,
Can be nice on draft.
yeah. Warm, it smells like, Yeah.
I don't think there's any nice tin beers.
There is.
I could be wrong. I'm not a massive beer
there is.
guy.
There is.
I just prefer a bottle.
But I prefer now a bottle.
Yeah.
You like it because you use them over in East Belfast. Can't you use that?
It's a drink and a weapon.
Although, can I say, we would like to use glass bottles over here. Because when we went from, I usually never would have experienced it, but a milk bottle was like ideal, like a glass milk bottle for a petrol bomb. Right? When they disappeared, the first rat that happened after it, people were like, we've no milk bottles. What we do? And they pulled out beer bottles. Not the same fucking thing.
And why would it not work? Just the shape?
Well, the old milk bottle had a bigger hole at the top. Far easier for filling.
Yeah.
And putting the cloth in. Also, you could judge, like, the rag. You had to have a bigger rag in it.
Yeah.
But it just meant it didn't spill on you as much.
Right.
The first rat with the beer bottles.
I
mean, people were going on fire left, right and centre. It was just, nobody was judging it, right? You know what I mean? So, like, went to throw, next minute the cloth was out on the shoulder and
Is that why they got rid of those milk bottles?
What's that?
Because people were using them as petrol bombs. They're like, we need to get rid of these milk bottles.
No, I think it just cost a ways. Like, for milk, it was just it went in the cartons and it lasts longer in cartons, to be honest with you.
Do you ever remember the only memory I have of Milkman? I say this like it's my dad that's left, but fucking the only memory I have of Milkman was, do you remember they used to have the wee orange juice as well?
Mate,
unbelievably nice.
See that, right? So, Saturday night, you went to the arena, you went to wherever, right? You went to a party. That dander home on the Sunday morning when you couldn't get a taxi, or you were skint and you didn't have the money for a taxi, and you would walk. We used to call it the fucking jackpot. If you found a house that done, I knew a house that done Milkman's Orange, and I told no one. Because I wouldn't rip the whole of it. Like, I had a mate who knew somebody had done Milkman's Orange and stole it every Sunday.
Aye.
Like, 4 weeks in a row and then they stopped getting it. Or the milkman was planking it somewhere else. I would only take it like every third week. And I would be coming back for a party and I knew where Milkman's Orange was, right? And I came this Sunday and there was 2 bottles. 2 bottles.
I know where this is going, but go on.
I swore to fuck. And there was a saying on the door that says, "Paddy, just take one." Swear to fuck.
That's not where I thought that was going to go.
Paddy, just take... literally, so they knew I was taking it every couple of weeks.
That's brilliant.
And they knew who I was because it lived around the corner. Paddy, just take one.
I remember, I thought someone was going to have like pissed in one,
Mate,
and you didn't know.
But you can't even get that stuff anymore. That was the nicest orange.
Oh, it's hot. For
that
those
was
who never
like
had it.
Hangover fucking...
Yeah. I know we have, there's one...
We used to make lollies out of it. Ice lollies.
Yeah. Oh, they were great.
Fucking
I know there's a guy in like Rotherham or something that listens to this. If you never had that Milkman's Orange, you were missing out.
And then we used to help the milkman as well. Collect the money and do the milk sometimes in the mornings. And they give you a bottle of that to go to school.
Is that what he pay you in? Just a bottle of the Milkman's Orange?
Milkman's Orange or 20 figs.
What
Between
are they?
fees.
Was the milkman the same as the main man?
No, main man was a lemonade man.
Yeah, was that
Milkman was
different
Dale
jobs?
Farm, aye.
Yeah.
And the milk place used to be in Finnegy Road. So they used to come by train. And they dropped it off there. And then it was distributed to West Belfast. We actually knew where to go to get Milkman's Orange. So we actually sickened ourselves one time in the summer. We went up and got into the yard and took Milkman's Orange, which must have been off.
Yeah.
Because we were all sick from it. And then that was it. That was the end
Them
of it.
on anymore.
Them on
You just sound like cowboys robbing a train. Just, it's full of main man's fucking lemonade.
It was
like.
Dale Farm.
I just remember the main man, 'cause my dad used to always get it delivered, and then when it came time to, like, he comes to collect money, my dad would be like, nah, never got it.
No, he didn't.
Bare face would go, nah, never did.
See the lemonade man we had, he was from Ballymena.
Yeah.
And he was obviously a Protestant, but he worked in West Belfast, like, forever. We
Aye.
all knew him. I remember him around doors, like, and people, he'd be standing door going, "Is that fucking right?" He'd have poured a fucking bottle of pineapple into your letterbox. He would have, like, he was a fucking mad
Sitting
cunt.
there with a wee
He'd
bowl
a
on there,
big-
it's like, more free
He
lemonade.
had a big fucking leather fucking thing with all this money in it, I remember him. And he used to open it, and you used to think it was massive when you were a kid. It was just filled with money. He used to go to
Literally just carrying a giant sack of coins.
about fucking West Belfast. Nobody touched him. Ever.
Was
Like,
he a big bastard, like, or was he just nice?
He was tall, but he wasn't. You wouldn't have said he was like Mr. Tierna. He was
Aye.
just a big, tall thing. But he wasn't.
Aye,
But
aye,
he
he wasn't black with a
but
mohawk,
everybody
but-
liked him. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? He was the type of guy who was like, "Here, lads," and he would threw 2 bottles of lemonade. Just maybe cap and rate.
Aye.
I don't know. Maybe that
Aye.
was a payoff.
Maybe I'll tell you, yeah.
Maybe-
He was doing a bit
Yeah.
a bottle of American cream soda here or there. Keeps for some free passes.
Jerry Adams standing in the house with American soda going, fair fucking play to him.
They got my bubble gum, man.
Here, is there any ice cream from Dale Farm that Paddy stole the other day? Stick it in to make a smoky.
Is that why Jerry Adams don't like you? You stole his fucking main milk.
I used to make Jerry Adams smokies.
That was the cream soda.
Do you know what?
Powerful from that.
We used to do a thing. We stole plants, pot plants and all from people's gardens and put them in other people's gardens. So what we used to do was there was a game called Robin Hood, right? And what you done was you went to somebody's garden. It was horrible, right? And what we would have done was we went in and lifted all the rubbish in it, and then stole all the nice stuff from everybody else's gardens and put it into their garden, right? And we found a Robin Hood garden, right? So it was like, that's a Robin Hood garden, we're going to go down and do this one. So we brought brushes and all, and we fucking cleaned this garden. Got all the weeds and all pulled out, made it all dead nice, and then went around stealing, and Jerry Adams Street was the next street. And they were like, go, I fucking dare you. And I was like, listen, I'm game as fuck, but I'm not getting to lift something in his garden. And they were like, why are you scared of getting kneecapped? I mean, no, I'm scared that some cunts left a fucking incendiary device behind him. It would be a young lad at 12 was lifting a pot plant in Jerry Adams' garden and blew himself away.
I also love the way they're like, you're going to rob Jerry Adams' garden. It's like, are you afraid of getting shot? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That would be exactly what I'm afraid of. He's known to do it.
We would have done these random mad things like that. Do you know, like thinking we were being brilliant.
Yeah.
And fucking up to no good. Like.
Yeah. See, I was always the wee one. I was like, I'll keep watch because, I'm not getting to run away.
It used to be funny, but sometimes, like, all the people in the street got together and they're down going, like, that's my fucking wee cottage with fucking geraniums out the top of it. And all these people sitting lifting their stuff back, and the person in the house going, hey, I didn't do it.
And were they going nuts at the person in the house being like, you're
and they were going, what do you mean? Like, well, I hardly would have stole all your stuff. And they were like, well, how did it all get cleaned and done up lovely? Used to be fucking me all stand playing blah. Then some cunt always knew you done it, and then they went, nah, they done it. Like,
did they town on you, or would they give you like a wee like
the new our crew, like what we
they knew our crew, the So Solid crew,
the so solid crew. Got 21 seconds to go.
They just
I got 21 seconds to go.
Did you have a name for your wee crew?
No, none of that there. Like,
I suppose you could. Belfast, you couldn't really start naming your crew in case the fucking name got about. The IBA.
The IBA. No, that wasn't even the IBA, so it wasn't.
No, it's more like in Belfast, like you could just go about calling yourself something, someone would get the wrong fucking idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the LDKs, the Lanadoon Dog Killers. The CRF.
And what is the nature of the Lanadoon that they just killed dogs?
Do you know what? I've met members of it before, and you wouldn't let them be a member of the leisure centre, do you know what I mean? It's fucking... To admit you're a member of the Lanadoon Dog Killers, like, why would you? Do you know, it'd be one of them ones just, I'm going to start running about in our area. Why? Oh, I don't really like the name of the crew here, you know?
Yeah. Do you want to take that dog for a walk? No, I do not.
They've never actually done anything to a dog. That's the thing. They all walk about with dogs, so you're going... Many dogs you killed? None.
So I thought it'd be like one
pick a better name. Pick a better name, no.
I thought it was like one accidentally reversed over a puppy or something.
We were thinking about the skin faders, but we only get that done every fucking 3 weeks, so we just says, nah, we'll do Lanadoon Dog Killer, sounds better, LDK. Plus we couldn't spell Lanadoon Dog Killer, so we just shortened it. The CRF, the Clonard Retaliation Force. PGLA. The what? The PGLA, the Poglass Liberation Army.
I thought PGLA was the fucking golf tour.
But they only came about after the DHLA, which is the Davis Hoods Liberation Army.
What is it with liberation? Everywhere needs fucking liberated.
We will liberate your car.
Liberate Davis?
We have liberated a lot of people off their vehicles. Do you know what? You would appreciate them at the minute because fucking everything's that dear, diesel and petrol.
Fuck, aye. We need a fucking petrol liberation army.
You would say that a lot of these groups are sitting like in the shank on the falls going, thank fuck there's no rats, lads, fuck that.
Yeah, we don't have the money.
No money. Hemp battles is a
cost you 50 quid to burn out a bus these days.
Fuck's sake.
We're trying to burn Fenians out of Sandy Road. Can you sponsor us?
Instead of just burning the bus, come and just have a bacon. It's just a wee, one of the LDK members turns up, here lads, we don't even have to late the beacon. My man got me one of my patties, look. Just sat in the middle of the road. It's a rat.
Just a wee Santa with a candle.
The fucking throwing him at the peelers. The peelers go, what the fuck's these plastic things?
Maybe that's what they should have done in the Troubles when we were all ratting. Just petrol's like a tenner a litre.
And that
solved.
Well, in fairness, you don't pay for it when you're rat. You do take over a police station or a petrol station.
I suppose no one's gonna like watch you burn out a bus and be like, "No, I hope you paid for that."
You walk in, no way mask on. Your man's like, "How are you paying for it, mate?"
Yeah,
card, LDK business. Can I get a receipt, mate? We're flat registered now.
I get 20% off with the code LDK.
Oh. Like the rats need to move in the 21st century and be more eco-friendly.
Yeah, how do you do an eco-friendly rat?
Fuck oil cabbages at the moment. Just in case they're vegans, yes. We can't throw any meat products, okay? Just in case the police are vegans, we don't want to offend anybody, okay? Just throw cabbages and apples.
Do you call vegans vegans?
Vegans?
Like they're the fucking bad guy from Oliver Twist. That's what my dad calls gay people, vegans.
Faggots?
Don't say it.
He calls them faggots.
It's funny to allude to that. You don't just say it.
I just know your dad goes faggots. Just comes out with it.
You do it sometimes, but you don't do it in a hurtful way. Like there's no malice in your. It's like what you would just call them where you're from.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas you'd be like, oh, I'm going to like this gay person's wedding. You would call them that.
Couple of faggots.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a bad.
Nah.
I wouldn't.
But that's it. When did? Because I remember like 10 years ago that was all right to say. When did that change come in? Because now I'm watching RuPaul's Drag Race and I'm like, I can't say it anymore. Do you know what I mean? But like, there was a time that was just normal. You know what I mean? You used to call your mate gay.
Gay was just a thing for anything.
Yeah, and it didn't even mean homosexual. It just meant your mate was wearing like brightly coloured trainers.
Yeah, if your mate started writing with a different coloured pen in class, we're like, ugh,
gay?
You're fucking gay as fuck.
Yeah. If your mate got a haircut that was too ambitious, that's gay as fuck.
Or your mate had a shower before he went to school, you're fucking gay.
I remember, like,
how clean are you?
Your first mate to get a girlfriend, you'd be like, that's gay as fuck, mate.
I'm not taking some wee girl to the cinema, it's gay.
Do you know, but it is so different now. Like even people my sister's age, like you wouldn't even faze them. Do you know what I mean? My sister took like her gay best mate to her formal, and my nanny's like, everyone else, like, will they be nasty to him because he's gay? And I'm like, they don't care. That's really not a thing. That generation, it's weird. Like, it's better. But
100%. You know I mean? Yeah, the people don't.
Do you know what I mean? But it's weird that even in like from when I was a kid to now, how much that phased out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I love how this started talking about petrol pumps.
Then
we're like, now when the gay just get obscure.
It's more an art form, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't like us talking about politics now. So
I remember in the 90s, fucking like people going, here, no who else is gay? Like, it's fucking. And somebody said, like, genuinely, somebody said this to me. I think people's only coming out as gay now because it's fashionable.
You do get that, yeah. You get people saying that, not people doing that.
And I'm like, no, I genuinely think he's just come out as gay because he prefers sticking his dick in a fella. I don't think he was like, do you know what? I'm fed up with this whole fucking Nike Air Max and fucking lumber and Weebirds fucking culture. I think.
What are you wearing, Gucci? What are you wearing, Brian?
I'm wearing this Versace number here, and I'm just thinking about Brian a wee bit more than Veronica. Fuck away off, you know what I mean? He's only gay because it's fashionable. No.
But that's even the thing now when people come out is like just anything. I know I can't even keep up anymore, but everyone's like, it's just for attention. And I was like, maybe just this, that. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck?
You have to like it, put to do it, don't you?
Yeah, it's a lot of effort to put in if you're not.
You said that like a wee popper.
Yeah, I stood on a Bichon freezer.
Like I went into some old doll's house and she has one of them wee fanny licking dogs.
Sorry, what the fanny licking dogs?
A wee fanny licker.
This has been keeping me company since your husband died.
Is that why they call it fanny licker?
No one calls them fanny licking dogs.
No one calls it fanny lickers.
I've never heard of fanny. Have you ever heard fanny liquor?
Have you heard of it, Paddy? You've never heard of a fanny liquor? Never have you? Have you?
The more you say it, the more it sounds like a sweet that was out in the 90s.
This is going to be another one of them Paddy fat checks here. Genuinely, a fanny liquor.
I'm even afraid to Google fanny licking dogs. I can't even Google it.
It's funny out there, but you could get people to start Google it.
There's be sirens towards the end of this show. That's this episode's name.
Do you remember there was a footballer and he got his girlfriend? He videoed his girlfriend letting her dog lick her fanny. Do you remember that?
No. No. Was it like Premier League or?
Premier League footballer, right? And what he done was, it was like the first of the videos coming out. And there was this one here, and he got her to get the wee dog to lick her fanny, and then the fucking he released the fucking video, like he sent it to one of the boys in the team, and then they sent it around everywhere because he fell out with her or something. And it went feral as fuck.
I mean, if you have a video of yourself getting licked out by a dog, make sure to stay in that person's good books. Do you know what I mean?
And in the video he's going, "Oh, you're nasty."
What'd you do for Valentine's Day? Just stayed in with a girl and a dog.
Had a wee bit of rough. In fairness, a dog's mouth is 10 times cleaner than an adult, like a human.
I mean, maybe so, but I'm not letting one suck me off, like.
Where's your wee dog always looking at you like... He looks at you like he wants to lick you.
Also, if he's videoing it, that's not the first time that ever...
He obviously put her up to it.
Oh, aye.
But how did he know that the dog would do it?
That's a good... There's
so many questions.
Every sentence,
I would like to sit him down and say, "Excuse me, mate, like, what?"
Can we get him on the show?
If I can even remember who it was.
Was it a big name, or we can't even really say a name unless we know it was them?
He wasn't massive.
Yeah.
But he definitely played in the Premier League, and he got his girlfriend to... He was a player, but one that you maybe got 4 doubles for in Panini because he wasn't that high profile.
No, it wasn't like it was Alan Shearer.
I can't remember who he was. And he videoed this girl getting her dog to lick her fanny. So, like, you should remember that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember him, so he's like a...
You do not badmouth our Kyle.
I fucking think it was him.
It was not Kyle Lafferty.
I fucking think it was him.
We cannot say...
I swear to God.
It was not Kyle Lafferty. You're saying that 'cause you don't like Rangers. It was not Kyle Lafferty.
Kyle Lafferty's going to fucking sign for Celtic.
It was fucking Kyle Lafferty. Dog fucking bastard.
But then you have these people who are like, no, copying what the celebrities do. Could you imagine after that? Like, no, people that followed him and all, and they were like, going home to their missus and going, "Here, Josie, lay down the fucking hanger." And just like, why is the dog in the house? Just fuck up and close your eyes. Why is the Rottweiler? What are you doing with him? He's getting dirt all over the carpet. Fuck up. Lie back and stay down. Why are you recording this? What are you doing? I'm phoning my dad. You know what I mean?
Imagine sitting in the bar after you've had that row with your wife. Your mates are like, "The fuck, what happened?" He's like, "Trying to get the dog there like our family," and she fucking kicks off at me.
Fuck's sake. I had to brush the dog's teeth and everything before you.
I washed him, like.
It'd be different, the different type of dog as well, like a some burner too.
Do you imagine, like, trying to lead them into it? Be like when they get them out in crufts and they're not cooperating.
The dog will turn around looking at him going, "Mickey, would you lick us?"
He's like, "You're doing my part next."
I don't even like fish. Mickey's standing for me, Rottweiler going, "You like your own bollocks?" I know, but they're mine. They're fucking my bollocks.
Would you do that would you ever lick your own bollocks if you could?
Probably.
Yeah.
If I could, I would try it at least once to see if I liked it.
Yeah, if I could.
There's no point saying you wouldn't.
Yeah. Do you know what? People say they wouldn't because they can't.
Hold on, you lick your finger.
Yeah, I'm saying I would. I'm fully
so you lick
understanding.
your finger, lick your hand, you lick your arm. You get blood in your arm, you lick your arm.
Oh,
so why wouldn't you lick your
That
bollocks?
is the instinct. Anytime you could have like
suck blood.
You could get stabbed and you'll still be like trying to like suck it up a wee bit. Like.
Aye.
I love a wee bit of blood sucking.
Do you?
My own, like, I'm not like a fucking vampire.
Interview with Vampire here.
Who was there? Was a celebrity recently said they drank each other's blood. Who was it?
Had to be some mad fucking.
That's exactly who.
Who was it?
10 points to Griffin.
Who was it? Marilyn Manson?
No, it was Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. He wasn't. You're trying to remember what Provo that was.
A thought came into my head. It's like, once a month in this house, it's crazy.
No, they took each other's blood and then drank it. Do you know what I mean? And you may I'd get them tested before that.
You're not meant to call Machine Gun Kelly anymore. It's just Jerry Kelly.
Jerry Kelly and Megan Fox. This is imagine bringing her into the PD and they're like, who is she? And they're like, she was in Transformers, fuck up.
I miss the days Jerry Kelly would always be on Nolan and you'd have a wee loyalist lad shouting like fuck at him, and Jerry Kelly's trying to be all civil, but you can see behind the eyes he's like, I'm gonna knock your fuck in as soon as these cameras are off. Like, you see in his eyes like 30 years ago, 30 years ago I'd have had you. He frightens me.
Does he?
Not if they're out of his policies or anything, just his cold eyes.
Not his policies.
Just his cold eyes.
Here's Jerry Kelly's policies.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not being like, oh, I'm afraid of like Jim Van. It's like,
how did
he
go
is a
from
person
Megan
scares
Fox
me.
to Jerry Kelly?
Because I said Machine Gun Kelly and then he said Jerry Kelly.
Oh, right.
And we're a bunch of ADHD cunts in this room.
He went to school with the son.
I thought you were going to say he went to school with Jerry Kelly. I was like, why is Jerry Kelly still in his school?
Well, he did deserve 35 years. He may have had to go back a few years.
Not at my birthday party.
He went to your birthday party and we hired out the ex-British Army Jeep for him. No, the Army Jeep. And Jerry Kelly was in the Jeep.
Sorry,
we all
right.
took photos of.
So Jerry Kelly was at for his birthday party in West Belfast. You got an ex-Army Jeep.
Because what we want to do is, know what? The Jeeps aren't about no more. Mum would put our kids in them, let them know what it was like.
No, so for mine, right, let me say, so my 10th birthday.
Was 10th, that's right. I bought you a motorbike, didn't I?
Yeah. And,
For his 10th birthday. What the fuck? You bought him a motorbike for his 10th birthday? What? Did you get much use of that as a
didn't use it
10-year-old?
once.
I don't know if he fucking 10.
but they came in, it was my 10th birthday, and they came, and like two fellas dressed up as soldiers came in and lifted me out of and dragged me out of the house and threw me in the back of the Army Jeep. And then we went and picked up Jerry Kelly.
Was it the authentic West Belfast experience, that?
There was no way you go to a hooker for a full girlfriend experience. This was let's experience what your man and dad got in the 70s.
Did you tell him it was coming, or did soldiers just turn up and grab him?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I played people.
That's amazing. I went bowling for mine.
I want the long cash for man.
After stealing all them milk bottles. Right, we may do some questions because I think we're quite long in the tooth in this, aren't we?
33 minutes.
Oh shit, that's longer than I thought we were. We'll get some of these in.
Somebody put up last week. Thank fuck it's an hour this week.
So, fuck him, it's 40 this week.
See Colin slapping about the fucking backdrop.
Sean's really upset that you all hate his backdrop.
It's really bricks. Look.
He's upset that you're all asking did I put it up. Like, he's upset about that. I love our family. Anytime there's something about silly, look, he's like, did the wee disabled one do that day? It's like when you did your live show and then you literally went, the wee spastic's not with me here tonight. And fuck me, you thought Hulk Hogan came out at WrestleMania. The fucking pop.
They loved it.
The people love calling me a spastic, and I love it too.
And I says, I'm not talking about.
You keep introducing me on stage as that as well. Stop doing that. Because then people get really disappointed when he doesn't come out and I come out.
It's the same thing.
Fuck you. Get him to support you next time, can't see how the gig goes. Kirsty MC, will you and Paddy be heading to the Roof Tones this year? What is it, their fucking 23rd final anniversary show or whatever?
They're going away. They're going away too.
I looked it up when the first one of those was.
1984.
They advertised this massive show in 2002 being like, never again, never again, this is the last one. 20 years later, it's still like they're coming
I
back,
actually don't. I think it's like somebody has sewed them up the back with fucking. I don't think they're real.
Do you think they're like Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck at
It's
Disneyland?
like the World of Wonder in fucking Disneyland.
Fields of Athenry, and one of them's doing this and all.
There's just a wee man inside each of the bodies.
I'm doubtful it's them playing the instruments. Do you know what I mean?
Not like it's like a CD.
That's what I thought.
Oh fuck! I know they're not.
No, I didn't think so. Like, but I'd go to it. I had a great time. Do you know what I mean? Unless I would get stabbed, but I'm alright. I do fine.
You can't go now after saying that about Jerry Kelly.
What? That he scares me?
That he was bucking Megan Fox. He'd probably get through.
I didn't say that. You said that.
He didn't.
Well, he said I didn't say it. Unless I did. Fuck it. Oh, that's also not an insult. You're fucking one of the hottest women in the world. It's not an insult. Would you go to the Wolftones again this year?
Probably.
Quinston. Great name.
Quinston?
Sounds like
what's his second name?
That sounds like a wee funny looking
What's
dog.
his second name?
That's just his Instagram name.
That's not his real name, man.
I don't know, Paddy. I'm just reading Quinston.
Quinston questions. Questions with Quinston. We could get him on. That's
on the basis his name is Quinston.
Yeah, he might be a fucking idiot, but I mean, questions with Quinston.
Your mind has been blown. Like that's the most broad name you've ever heard.
Quinston. It's like you either take the man's surname that you can't follow on with and put it as a first name. So you have Mervyn fucking Smith or Smithin Mervyn, right?
What broads you know called Smithin?
Loads. Well, there's a called Quinston.
I don't think that's his name.
Do you know what I mean? It's like fucking come on.
Smithin and Quinston. Go to Methody.
Plays rugby. And he has a lisp.
Go skiing in the Alps.
Maybe his name's Winston and he just has a lisp.
It turns a W into a Q.
Yeah.
Quinston. Pronounced Quinston.
Do you know what I mean?
Quinston.
Winston, your name is, you stupid cunt. It's Quinston. That's his dad, Quinston.
God love you, Quinston.
Did he used to play for Man United? Quinston.
No, why is there a player called Quinston?
There was Winston fucking...
Quinston Fortune.
Wasn't it? Quinston Fortune, yeah, that's where it was come from.
Quinston Fortune?
Oh.
That's a made up...
Was it?
Quentin, I understand. Quentin's a name. Quinston's not a name. I think it's just his, like... Might be an amalgamation of, like, his last name and his first name or something like that. I don't think Quinston's his actual name.
Raging.
What if the last 20 minutes of the show is just us going, Quinston?
I've got a question from Quinston.
Quinston, write in more often because Paddy's fucking fascinating.
I like it. I like your name.
Next week, can you write in why your name's Quinston?
Yes, we want to know.
Because he's fascinated. Would you and Paddy ever think of doing a show in America? I would love
Only
to.
if you tell us what your name is.
We'll bring you along, Quinston. Mudblood with Quinston.
I'm going to America. I don't care if he goes or not.
Yeah. I'll be going there too, but not with him. We wouldn't get past Border Patrol if you went.
No, I will. You're not.
Why would I not?
Cause
of course I would have a wee clean record.
You look Mexican. You look like a wee Mexican. Like you look like you're a Mexican. That's what you look like.
You've just said that 3 times.
You
with
do.
increasing
You know you
intensity.
really do look like a wee Mexican.
You look Mexican.
You would just get that.
You look Mexican.
They would just go, Mexican, fuck off. And you'd be like,
I'm the palest Mexican you've ever seen.
have you ever seen Canelo?
Who's Canelo?
The boxer?
Nah.
He's ginger hair and fucking pure white. Looks like you.
He's Mexican?
Yeah.
Fucking God bless him.
He's probably one of the best boxers ever.
And he's a fucking...
Canelo? You don't know him?
I don't watch boxing. I watch like UFC and MMA. I don't watch boxing that much.
He looks like he tarmacs driveways.
Which, so do you, to be fair.
Well, we're not talking about me right now. And I'm not fucking Mexican, so...
Yeah, but you do tarmac driveways.
What? Hey, senor!
You want some Milkman's Orange?
You stealing from my door again, huh? I will lift a bottle of Milkman's Orange and go, andale, andale!
This person says, don't say my name, but you and Paddy have helped me while struggling with mental health. Thank you very much. That's really nice. Oh, he's just showing me an albino Mexican after that nice comment. No, I've never seen him. He does just look like he's from Davis.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like
And that's what Willie Fraser thinks an Irish flag looks like.
Yeah. You could change that. Look, like, he's meant to be Mexican.
His dad definitely meant to
Yeah.
Go for a fake.
100%. Look,
Nah, bro, he's from the west. Like, he works in Raffles. It's just Paddy just looking at photos here. But John's question, he's like, look at him there.
you've knocked your polish on too.
I assume so. He's a professional boxer
Yep.
and have one good hand. Would you knock your fuck in? Would he knock your fuck in?
Of course you would.
And Bernard, speaking of professional boxers,
Oh yeah, for the Patreon episode we have a professional boxer coming in, don't we? It's not Conor Burns for once.
Conor Burns will be watching this going, he knows fucking nothing.
Is it Sean McComb?
Yes.
So head over to the Patreon episode after this for the interview with Sean McComb.
And you only have to pay £1, not £400.
I love the increase in the amount
I
that
know,
gets.
you know what's happening in our life when the fucking drive-by fucking... Nobody stops the car no more and points at you and goes, fatso, or...
Yeah.
They go,
There's Patreon.
fucking I give me 400 quid for a fucking Patreon. The car goes up the road and you're like, what the fuck, like?
No, but it needs to be £400 because I need to pay my petrol to get here. So it's fucking.
You're on the
£400
DLA,
each.
mate. You're not even paying.
I don't
a
get
fuck.
free petrol.
I know, but you're getting a free car. You should at least have
It's
the
not
money
free.
for it.
You have to pay for it.
With money that's given to you by the
But you still
government
have to pay that.
for being disabled.
You're from the west. Don't you give off to me about money given to you by the
I
government.
don't get DLA. I don't get DLA.
Half your fucking town does.
My turn. It's your turn, too.
Is it fuck? I love when we were like, we're not sectarian, and then the minute like I'll say something about him being pro or he says Catholic me and you're like, fuck you. Like it comes out of you, like you're like, as a fuck. I like this. Danielle Farrell. If your life was a movie, who would play you? I would get that wee kid from Breaking Bad. I think we've had this before, but that's who I get. The wee kid from Breaking Bad with the crutches.
Canelo. We'll
play
get Canelo to play you. The wee white Mexican.
He could play you fine.
No, he couldn't because he doesn't look like me.
He's white with a ginger beard. He looks like you if you were taller.
He's 5'8". He seems
Is Ronnie Corbett dead? He could play me.
Oh, it'd be funny as fuck.
Or Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito could play the fuck out of me, like.
Just remember, if I get sent any videos of anything at all, I send them to you. There's one I sent you the other week, and then I realised why you thought I sent it, and I had only noticed it because I hadn't watched that far, where it was the guy letting on to get shot. So there's a...
Yeah.
Have you seen these videos where the guy's standing and he's going, don't,
And
the
they
guy
pop
around the corner is
balloons, but the
popping
guy
balloons,
popping balloons is out
and
of
he
sight.
lets on he's getting shot, so there's people walking down the street. So I sent it to him because I thought it was funny, and I hadn't watched it the whole way to the end, and he just sent, fuck you, and I went, fuck, I may watch it at the end. I watched it to the end, and one of the guys had cerebral palsy, and I didn't know, well, we guess it was cerebral palsy, because
it
when
is
he
cerebral
turned,
palsy.
and they were two bolted, he was...
He was like limping away. I was like, mate, stop saying to me
I
this.
went, fuck me, he exits where I sat and tell him that I didn't even know me. I need to watch him till the end. He exits an insult.
The amount of videos I get sent of like,
He
here's
was
a
run-
disabled person
he
doing
was-
something,
he
and I'm
was-
like, I'm not gonna laugh at this. Leave me
He
alone.
was running away like his two shoelaces were tied together, wasn't he?
Yeah, because he
Like
clearly
you were
had cerebral
pacing and
palsy.
your trousers were around your ankles
Yeah.
and you're trying to get away.
It was like me on the 88th minute of that match.
Like I said to the one of the guy with cerebral palsy doing the deadlift, not because it was funny,
Yeah.
just because it was like, William, get your
That's
act together.
aye.
This cunt's fucking lifting all sorts above his fucking head.
I tell you, I kick his fucking. That's all you want.
You need claps at the end.
I get oh yeah, imagine with his level of cerebral palsy and he's deadlifting 200. I can lift 100, and that's hard enough, and he's way worse than I am.
You know, you can get 250 out at a time, and if you put the card in twice, you can get it twice.
Fuck off, what? What are you saying?
Lifting 100 quid.
Oh, fuck you.
She's obviously not talking about weight.
I was so confused. I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? No, but I'll always just get random videos of like, here's a disabled person just getting bullied, isn't this hilarious? And I'm like, I don't enjoy this. Stop saying it to him. I know him. Leave me alone.
That's our guest.
Is that our guest here? Right, we may wrap this
Just want
up.
to run down and meet him. Hello. All right, Sean. I'm sending our Sean down my brother. He has ginger hair and glasses, so he's gonna. No, he'll not be hard to miss. You'll see him. He'll bring you up. Where are you sitting? Aye, he'll go and get you at Foster's.
I love it if we didn't cut this.
All right, mate.
Yeah, we'll finish on this question.
Why are you going to cut that for?
It's just you on the phone to someone giving them
on the phone to the guest.
I know, but like
it gives them that, and then they're like,
it's not WWE. I don't need to see his fucking limo pulling up. 95 Deck, and this is a good one to end on. How did you and Paddy become friends? Paddy's a paedophile, and I was young.
Willie, if I had a fucked you, you wouldn't be here.
How did we become friends?
I can't remember the first time. I remember watching you doing stand-up, and you were a cheeky wee fucker, and I liked that about you.
Yeah.
So then I would have been cheeky with you, and you were always cheeky as fuck back with me, whereas other people weren't.
Yes.
So I think
that's me, you, and Kieran Bartlett have that bond. We're the only three who will be properly. Some comedians, when you're a bit cheeky to them, they take it a wee bit hard.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
whereas me, you, and Kieran will be in the green room, someone will say something, we're like, shut the fuck up.
I remember you coming in one time and people going, that was really good, William, and I went, shit. And you sort of looked, but I think at that stage you went, I think he's weighing me up here. Yeah. And then I started laughing and hugging you, and then you knew. So I remember that, like, but fuck, it's been that long now. Like, I can't specifically tell you. And you've changed. Yeah. Even, do you know what I mean? Over the years. Yeah, well, it was 8 years. It's mad when you think about that it's near 10 years. So, you really did start when you were like fucking 12 then, didn't you? I started when I was 17, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, you were fucking early. Like. It's only, like, I used to, like, you think you're old when you're 17. Do you know what I mean? So everyone's like, you're really young. You think you're old when you're fucking 20 odds and you're not. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's when I think about that, but if I'm still doing stand-up by the time I'm 50, it's like 33 years. I don't take this wrong way, this isn't a dig at you, but you know you're getting old when, like, things you have to stop doing. 100%. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you're playing football 5-a-side and it's just like, I just play football whenever. Yeah. With a hangover, and you go, I physically can't do this anymore. Yeah. That's even, I went out drinking the other week and or the other day, sorry. Stop, you're fucking 20. Don't now. Don't. No. Don't. What I'm saying is, even now, I'm getting to the stage I need to knock it back a bit. Not knock it on the head, but I'm like, I can't go the way I could when I was in uni. I get that. Because it's 2 days of recovery. Nah, fuck, if you're getting that now, you're in fucking trouble. Like. Oh, man. I didn't get that until the 30s. Like. See, I didn't need anything at all that day. We went out the other Sunday and Andrea had a 2-day one. And she was like, I'm still... And I went, 2-day hangovers. Yeah. And she was like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. They're not as bad as they are on the first day. The first day is horrendous. I can't... The second day, by about 4 o'clock, you know if you're getting over the edge of it or not. Yeah. I haven't had a 3-day one yet. No, but they exist. But I haven't had one. But the 2-day hangover... My hangovers are like a fucking Alka-Seltzer. They take a wee while to fucking... I wake up the next day and I'm like, I'm alright. Yeah. And then you could just be... It could just be like 2:15 the next day, and it's just like boom. Yeah, it just hits you like, and you're like, what the fuck is that? I remember the first hangover I got, and I remember going, holy fuck, is this a hangover? Yeah. Or do I need to ring up fucking Lifeline because it's fucking bad? Like, yeah. It's one like. As we were saying though, I remember when I started stand up, you were very nice to me when I started. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, you would always take... You were never contact, but you'd always... I was trying to finger you. I was trying to date you, William. You would always take me aside. Criminal. I used to get the wee lad to the side and go... You're saying this on camera. Come here, lad. You would always take me aside and be like, here's where you do that bit and where you don't do that bit and where this works and that doesn't. Do you know what I mean? And you used to be like, what do I have to do for all this, Paddy? And I was like, blow into the camera, blow into But you would always take me to do the maddest gigs. Do you know what I mean? Train you up. But a lot of doing gigs then, the comedians wouldn't do now. Yeah. But I'm now, when people are like, this room's a bit rowdy, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Because it's, you know how to do them. Genuinely, there's two people who I push to people for certain gigs, and it's you and somebody else, and I'll say who it is because they don't even know that they're that person.
Yeah.
But I'll say, what's the room like and what's the crowd going to be like? And he'll tell me which, and I'll say, right, you need him for here and you need him for there. And
Yeah.
he's like, and now he's used to, he's like, fuck me, I know exactly what you mean. Like, you know your game. And I'm like, yeah, well, I've been here a couple of years, but he's trained up on it now, so he knows the crack.
Yeah.
Whereas he's just for them ones. But
Yeah.
if it ever goes that way or it's the opposite way, you need to get him to go and do this.
That's why any time it's like, oh, it's a bit of a rowdy room, it's basically me or you do it.
Having that is like, because I remember doing mad gigs like on buses and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, I've got these buses gigs and blah, blah, blah. And they had like 10 comedians.
Yeah.
And after the third comedian, the other ones were like, I'm not doing that. That's fucking. And I went, watch the road and get on the bus and fucking next minute. I was the only one doing bus fucking comedy tours because it's fucking totally different from anything else. Whereas you could do it now and I know, like, not a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's certain comedians can only do certain
rooms and certain audiences.
100%.
Whereas it's like when gigs like that, when it's going really rough and all, that's when you're like, do you know what, I'm just going to go and be a cheeky cunt because it's going badly anyway.
But that's when you learn to become a comedian.
Yeah. Yeah. When you
can do a room like that, you can do...
Yeah.
Like the proper rooms, which are set up properly for you.
With people who are listening.
It's like, fuck's sake.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we are going to need to wrap this YouTube episode up. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Head on over to the Patreon for this week's guest episode.